my God, Juan, you're coming in so hot right now. But are you okay?
No, I'm definitely okay. I'm just.
Some drama is about to happen!
All right, welcome back, everyone, to Bro Brack Dragness. We're talking Más Draga Season 7, Episode 4. My name is Craig.
My name is Juan, and I do want to profoundly express my apologies for the previous video where my audio just was pure and absolute dog shit. I am back to my original setup, so let's hope there's no technical issues. I know, but that being said, we do want to thank everybody that has tuned in and continues to tune in. Please like and subscribe, and let's begin.
Yeah, give us a like.
Please.
Actually, no, don't give us a like. I don't want.
Do not say that. We're really trying. We're trying here. And if you don't like, then tell us in the comments why you don't like us, because that helps boost our algorithm.
Johnny Carmona comes out.
I'm gay.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Fabulous. He's looking great. Blue beard. It's his brand. Comes out, tells us what the theme is. And the theme, can you describe what the theme is?
Sorry. So yes, the theme is La Más Recursiva. That is the most resourceful, and so it's a pretty interesting episode because it's been done before in previous seasons where they have to pull unconventional material. Well, I wouldn't say unconventional materials, but they have to build a look that they didn't already prepare for the runway.
Right, and the way that they're going to decide how they get the most money is by the little challenge that they have to do that was told by Alexis 3XL.
They had to follow her into another room where they were going to find out the method in which they were going to prepare their materials for this challenge. And so I want to say they call it La Garra, but I could be wrong. Okay, well, she takes them to a room. This claw, let me just make sure, because I don't want to like fuck it up. I think I'm already fucking it up, but sorry about that.
Oh, like a claw machine or something?
Yeah.
It
is La Garra. It is La Garra.
Interesting.
Yeah. I thought I need. So sorry. Rewind.
Whoa.
Okay, so she takes them into a room and they are met with La Garra. La Garra previously made its appearance on season 6. And it looks like it's received a glow up since then. Like, I feel like kind of like when Feminosas do their original seasons and then they come back for an all-star season. It's like she has done all the works and looks a lot more polished. Anyway, point being that they are to reach into La Garra. There's going to be all the pesos and they have to go in there, but that's not all.
As we know, that is not all.
They have to have pink boxing gloves to reach the money, and so that makes it a lot harder. So to determine the order, they actually had the winner of the last episode, Moon, who received the golden seal. She was to determine the order in which they all, went to get the pesos from the garra or claw. But then, not only that, the 3 losers of the previous episode, they all had to go last. So those losers were, I want to say Tulsa, Naila, and was it Axele?
Ooh, I can't remember. No. They did introduce a mechanic where you keep your red seal unless you go forward with one of the disadvantages or something. That's the only way to get rid of it, which is kind of a nice. I think the payoff was a lot better than I thought it was going to be.
These very important red seals. And so they were going to be last no matter what. So we're starting to find out what the red seals actually do, which is great. As an audience member, we were all left with the suspense. So this leads us to the Fantasias Miguel, where they were to purchase all the materials, but this was based on the amount that they got from the claw. In a couple of minutes, when we discuss the runway, we will go ahead and indicate how much they were able to receive in La Garra. But yeah, I feel like in this episode, they took a little bit longer to get to the runways. It felt like the episode from the previous week, it was a little bit longer, but it was also kind of fun to see them shop around. I think that, again, this show sometimes has moments where it could be edited down and just get like the highlights, but at the same time, it gave us all time to like, go get a snack or a drink.
Sure.
While
Yeah.
we
Look at your
while things are going on.
phone, not pay attention for sure.
Yeah,
Maybe
like the ringing up was kind of not that necessary. I understand some of the feminosas went beyond what they could afford, and that's what they were trying to show us. But
I
mean,
think that you can do that within like less than 30 seconds. Like they showed every single person doing the claw, every single person going through and buying, every single person buying their stuff, right? But for a lot of them, you didn't really need to show what they did. They had maybe a surplus, and maybe you just say like, "Oh, I had so much, I have a surplus." And other people who are like, "Hey, can I borrow money?" Like, there's moments in there, and maybe you have to lose some of those really good moments. But damn, man, like let's edit this shit down a little.
the red seals actually came into effect. They were very important in this. They told the 3 feminosas, which again I do believe I might be wrong about Axele, but I do know for a fact Naila, Dulza were part of the red seals. And this was important for when they went into the store because that's where the mechanics really came into place, which means that one, they had a disadvantage in terms of time, but if they took that penalty, then they would be able to get rid of, I think, the red seal.
Yeah.
If not, they had to, so like the only one that didn't accept or kept the red seal of like future punishments without having that specific penalty was Naila. And that's very important to note because that means in the next episode, Naila's gonna come in with the red seal that she kept, where the other 2, Axele, again.
I'm saying you don't know what happens to the red seal or how they maintain or get rid of it because it seems like they're making it up on the way. I'm not trying to talk shit or nothing on Mas Draga. I mean,
How dare she? How dare she? You don't know. You don't even know what that does to me.
No, but they did explain in the beginning of Fantasias Miguel, you can use it to like get rid of it, which 2 of the 3 did. All this to point out that Naila did ultimately not get rid of hers, so she still has it for the next episode. I think the only parameters that they really have to be very clear is until how long can you use it, because like they are very clear with the gold seal, you can use it up until before the final.
I always wondered why, like on Big Brother, they'll explain the rules of the game, like of the challenge or whatever, and then right after, one of the contestants will explain the exact same rules, like to say it over again. I'm like, why are they doing this? But it's because I need to hear it a couple of times before I'm like, oh, okay, now I'm understanding how the game works. They need to do something similar here where it's like, okay, what's the red seal? Okay, who has it? Okay, like even on the little bottom Chiron, like, yeah, maybe put like a little red like circle that says like, hey, these people have this. Like even Survivor recently started doing this where I'm like, who has a hidden immunity idol? And now they put like a little thing that says has a hidden immunity idol, has a certain advantage. Like, I need to be spoon-fed sometimes because
Sure. I think that like having a little icon, I think I would just disagree in the interest of times to continue to repeat the rules. And actually that's one of the things that also bothers me about shows like Big Brother is the constant repetition. There's a lot that I could just get with just put like something in the bottom that indicates. And I think the big thing for me is just because 2 of the 3 of them used their red seal, like to take the punishment right then and there in the sense of, I think my camera was 2 forms of punishment happen before the actual shopping, and then in the claw machine, like if there's another mechanic in a mini reto and she's gonna be like last because she still has that red seal. You know what I'm saying? Like it's gonna follow her because she keeps prolonging whatever the penalty is.
Right. Yeah. And so then, so it's like, okay, if you didn't accept it, what's gonna happen in the future? Which is another, like, I doubt they thought of it. Or maybe they did. And maybe it's like you have to get anyone with a red seal is not eligible to be in the final or something like that. I don't know.
Well, there's a lot of things I don't trust in life, but in Bruno and Carlo, I trust. So just remember, I trust Carlo and Bruno, are wonderful, beautiful creators of La Más Draga. Shout out to you both. There's nothing but love specifically from me. You guys are both on the train. You guys are VIP on the train.
Wow, congratulations.
Yeah, so I don't know why I have never said. I always display their photos on episodes and stuff like that, but they've been on the train. They're definitely on the VIP caboose, all service included. So yeah,
it's
and unlimited rights. Unlimited rights.
Wow, that's really nice.
I am very thankful, even if sometimes the games might have like twists and turns, I have no doubt that it's going to be it continues to be a pretty good season. So I've not seen them fumble everything, but there are some things that, of course, we as viewers, and that's where we come in with our opinions, are, you know, just little subtle suggestions. Obviously, we don't know everything that works, and it's their show and all of that, but you know, it like everybody, we have opinions, and
we have our hosts for the episode, including
Craig. Please comment on how much you think her outfit, or last time you said her outfit was cheap. Is her outfit cheap today?
No.
Okay.
She looked great. She was hot. She's incredible. She's getting hotter as the season goes on, and I'm very excited.
I hate to disappoint, but I don't think I would wear this outfit. But I think it looked good on her. So
wait, why? What didn't you like about it?
Well, I just didn't like it. Like, it's just not something I would personally wear. But I say this as I'm wearing a jean jacket. But, you know, I always do think about, because we're going into the pasarelas, I always do think ahead of time, like, what are we going to be covering, or what was covered in the episode. The most recursiva I could be is I sewed this patch onto my jacket. Back in the day, I used to be that person that had like all the band patches on like their jackets and stuff like that. So
you know what, that's a good point. I guess when I first heard the theme and him describing it, I guess I originally thought it was going to be either a unconventional materials challenge, kind of like on Project Runway, and then I thought they would maybe get like recyclable stuff or like a trash or something like that. It just means that like, how resourceful are you? But they went to a store.
Well, that's still being resourceful, because if you're thinking of like as it relates to putting an outfit together, I think where some of us could have maybe used a little bit more explanation, and I think your wife actually pointed that out. Shout out to her. So it was kind of like, how are you going to use them? Because it was broad, which is great, because then you allow them to do a lot of stuff, whatever they want to do. But then there was no like, okay, but you can only, to a certain extent, you have to like transform the materials, or you have to be able to see what materials they are. And so I think because of that, it was really hard to kind of see exactly where everything went, because they did have already outfits. We'll talk about it directly when we start talking about the Feminosas runways, but that's, I think, the really hard part. We just didn't know. For me, like, and your wife, because I did hear her comment about that, and I 100% agree, is that it is really hard to know, like, could you just buy materials at the craft store and just glue them on, or like, should you be able to transform them? And if the rule was broad, can we just say that, so that we as audience aren't left with like, but what were the parameters? That's all.
Right. Yeah, and I think this is like, it's interesting, their theming choices. This one was, and sometimes I say like, oh, make a really broad thing instead of like being a very specific, you know, like the first couple of challenges were very specific. This one is almost too broad, where there's too much going on it, and we'll see it later when we look at the actual looks themselves. But I feel like the La Más Dulce episode was like the right amount of you know, generality, but also was specific enough to where you can like compare between the different looks. This one was just, hey, we're going to a store and we're buying a bunch of things with varying amounts of money. All right. Anything with the hosts, or are we moving on from the challenge?
Yeah, I think we jumped a little bit back to the challenge, but let's go to the host. We're talking about how Karime, and again, I can probably move those things around, but Karime, you had said, okay, you approved her outfit, didn't look cheap. She looked great. Again, I do think the outfit looks really nice on her. It's gonna be a pass. I would not wear this outfit, but I do think it looks nice on her. Maybe what we're getting down to is that I like cheap things because I like the other one. Yeah. So, or stiff things. Maybe it's stiff. That food for thought, you guys. Next up, we had Natalia Sosa with a very unique hairdo. It was giving very much like a Pokemon trainer type of vibe. Those of us that are playing Legenza, and I'm not afraid of controversy, so I'll go ahead and say I love Legenza. So come at me. Let me know in the comments how much of a terrible
Pokemon. Oh. what
Let me know in the comments how angry you are, like that I'm supporting Nintendo and I gave them so
It's a
much
bad
money.
game, dude. It sucks. There's no
Fred,
abilities.
I need to send you the comments of all these straight men that are doing like when someone what's it called says they like Pokemon Legends.
How dare she? How dare she? You know! You don't even know what that does to me! You don't even...
Oh, they rip off their clothes. You're not allowed to say that. I'm like, stop patrolling what people like. If people like what they like it, and that's that. Like that's the thing. I don't like Pokemon Let's Go Eevee or Pikachu, but am I gonna like turn around and tell people you're stupid? Don't use your money. No, I don't care. I'm gonna play what I like to play, and I like games that are a bit cute and fit that aesthetic. It's totally fine if it's not your jam, but like some of us do like it.
I mean, I will say I liked Arceus a lot. Pokemon Legends Arceus. I thought it was a very, very good
A lot of
game.
people were mad about that.
I was so excited for it because I thought this would be a step up, and the battle system is
I love it.
bad.
Well, I mean, for you, I feel like
But that would be your path.
you played it like what, 15 minutes? We have hours, and I mean hours in it.
I did
So
not play for
it
15
takes-
minutes. I went through the whole tutorial, which is about
The tutorial is long,
hours.
for sure, but like, you know, again, it takes a very particular set of skills and one that gays,
my
girls, and
God.
theys have. So yeah, it was a really good game for us. Like, and I feel really, really good. Many hours in it. It's such a good game. Not Arceus. I still like Arceus a little bit better, but it's definitely top 3.
Top 3 Pokemon games of all time.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that is the worst take I have ever heard in my
No,
life.
it is really, really good. Craig, you just don't like it. But again, you're not the key target demographic. First and foremost, it's cute critters. So like, there's a bunch of people that like straight men. They're like, oh, they're missing the opportunity. These 2D characters, they should look more realistic. I'm like, guys, it's a stupid little anime. They're supposed to be cute. Like, it's fantasy world. It's a cartoon. It's cute. It's meant to be cute. Like, that's Nintendo's aesthetic.
Wow.
Play Monster Hunter if you really want that really sick ass like creature and stuff like that. That's the one that probably will get your rocks off.
Daddy needs to get his rocks off.
For us, the girls, gays, and theys, Pokemon Legenza and Pokemon Arceus is like, that's our thing. That's our community. There was also a lot of looks things going on Arceus. So we're the key intended demographic because we're the stupid people that will buy plushies. Like, that's who it is.
All right.
I don't
Well,
see no
I'm going to
indie
protect you
girls
from any more awful takes. So
I'm gonna lead the Pokemon Legends.
You should, because you're gonna get freaking flamed in chat. Anything else with
Pokemon? No, I'm just kidding.
Which judge were we on?
We were on Natalia Sosa, so this all stemmed from her haircut. You have permission to reel me in when I'm going off on a tangent.
Hey, I'm trying, dude.
But anyway, this judge right here, Natalia Sosa is getting a lot of pushback on a lot of her commentary. People are feeling that she's very harsh. They're also comparing her a little to Lola Cortez of Solo Las Más, who she received mixed reviews. I think people liked her because they knew where she came from and that was her style. But Natalia Sosa is starting to be a lot more harsh and it's not landing well with people. I think she's still doing a pretty good job though, because I would rather have someone that comes in with a little bit of intensity. She cares. It can't all be good.
Well, here's the thing. Like, I get being a harsh judge and stuff like that, but like, spoiler alert, for the final 3 that were in the bottom 3, she says, I think all of you should be gone. Like,
I think it is that same type of thought process that content is made by sometimes the harshness. So, but yeah, I mean, she can be mean. I'm not gonna say that she's not. I'm not gonna defend everything. I'm just saying that
maybe it's like something in my older age now that I'm realizing. I'm like, do we have to be mean? The world is so cruel to us all day long. And I mean, here I am fucking judging everyone and about to give a score to a bunch of people. But like, come on, let's be nice.
I think it's fair. I'm gonna hold you to that, Craig. Though,
Good,
because you're right. Though I will agree with the part of it's nice to be nice. So the only thing is, this is a competition. So
I just think it's such a fine line that it is an art to give criticism or to be mean, but still kind at the end. Like, roasting is an art form, and I think
Yeah,
people
sure.
can border on just straight up mean, or like trying too hard to like put her stamp and like I'm making a stand and I'm gonna say all three of you should be gone. I just did not like that at all.
They've had moments where they've eliminated multiple. Like last season, 2 of them left. So it's not too out of the question to say if she had the decision, 3 of them would leave. I don't think the lip sync was that bad.
Yeah, we'll get there. We'll get there in a minute. Let's move on to the next set of pictures. We have Latal, of course.
Oh, we skipped Yadi, but
do you have anything with her?
okay. Just briefly, I wanted to say Yadi is always destroying it with her looks, and I think that she's such an important staple to the show. I cannot imagine the show going into this season. There were a lot of rumors she wasn't going to be on the show anymore. I think the show would have suffered greatly without her because she is that fine balance. Looks always amazing. I think she gives positivity, but she also brings humor. So I think she is that really fine balance. That
She knows how to strike the balance, and that's why they keep asking her back. She does a very good job. And
she also makes all her music.
She kind of looks like an anime character, which when we get to Latal, what'd you think of this look?
I really liked it. I think that my partner is a huge Sailor Moon fan. So every morning when they tease who's going to be on the show, they give their looks getting ready for the Tuesday episode, and he was just so excited because he likes Sailor Moon so much. So I knew this was going to be something really big for him.
Yes, me and your partner, my brother, we would wake up early for elementary school, and it would come on at like 6:30 on the WB, and we would watch Sailor Moon and then Ronin Warriors right after. We love Sailor Moon for various reasons, and I think this look was really amazing.
All right.
Anything with the special judge of the week?
So the special guest judge was Bellacat. She has brought a lot of the Mexican reggaeton. That's her brand. You know, she has very unique lyric. Good job, Bruno and Carlo, for bringing a judge that at least has an appreciation for drag. It's always weird on shows to me when you can tell this is not one of them, that they don't want to be there.
Yeah, the special guest judges for the season have been very good, and she was no doubt, whatever. I don't even know what I'm trying to say. What do you think of the drag altar boys for today? The only thing that I have to say here is the fun part is when who's the guy in the middle? Veneno. He goes. He's basically just hitting on Karime at the beginning of it. He was like barking at her during this episode. That's my favorite part. It's fine, just like me. It's like when I see him on stage, I'm like, finally, someone that looks like me on these TV shows. You know what I mean?
Anyway, what did you think of their outfits?
They're the same. You know what I was just thinking right now? Do you think they wash them in between episodes?
No. What is there to watch anyway?
They're doing a lot, man. They're working in grocery stores. They're bagging up things. I think Benedito was also cutting. Wasn't he doing something like he was cutting the fabric for some of the challenge contestants? And they're dying on stage, and we'll see that later too. But they're getting sweaty up there. They're moving around.
I would throw my own skivvies at Toxico all the way to the left. Yeah, he's just really good at what he does. They gave him the mic at some point, and I really appreciate his words. And
he's really good with words. He says about 5 of them at a time, and he does a really good job with those 5 words.
It sounds like you're being sarcastic.
All right, moving on. Let's talk about our contestants. So underneath, Juan painstakingly. Oh yes.
Can we pause real fast? Do you think we've been all over the place? I think it's mostly me, but
No, you going on your Pokemon Legends thing was totally making sense.
It did make sense, and a lot of it will be cut. But I'm just saying, like in our.
You're not cutting anything, by the way. Stop moving your hands.
Oh, shit. I don't know what to do. Hello. I've been trying. Zoom out. It's because I talked to.
With the runway looks, we got Brighty Stun coming up, who had about $150 US.
Okay, so Bridie Stun's look to me was very, and here's where it comes down to. The only way that I think I can be as objective as possible in their grading is kind of seeing the money as it relates to their look. And we had established how much, 150? Was it 150?
Yes. Yeah, 150. Yes, that's right.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like for 150, she could have done more with the look. And so that's how I'm going to hold each of my contestants or feminosas with their grades. I didn't like it. I thought it was, I don't know, like she tried to do a thing with the microphone and talk. It's always a risk because sometimes it can pay off, but most of the time it doesn't. And the look to me just wasn't there. So I'm gonna give her a C-. I didn't like the look. And if I'm being honest, after Craig and I were talking about it's nice to be nice. So sorry, Bridie. I do like what she brings to the show with her personality, but I do think that for this specific episode, I thought she should have been in the bottom.
Yeah, and you know what I say this before in the last episode, if I give any criticism, the thing I'm saying before in the beginning of the episode is disclaimer, I'm a piece of shit. I have no creative talent. I am a coward. I am a loser. That said, I do think this is the worst look of the day, and it is an F for me.
I think oh gosh, I think I've been very pushing my co-host buttons all earlier, but it's all in good fun. He is not a piece of shit. Obviously I am in a partnership with his brother, but like when I stepped into a family meeting him, it was nothing but receiving me with arms wide open, like the Creed song. So you know, definitely an ally. So you know, he's not a piece of shit. So that's my flowers to you, Craig.
All
like
right, well,
the flowers that Bridie Stun has. The F is a little harsh, but you know, again, it was probably one of the most basic looks of the night.
I mean, you hit the nail on the head. It's the risk of talking. And if you're going to talk, you better have something really interesting or cool or something. And I think
I agree with that. Actually,
it didn't pay off. So
maybe I'm being cowardly. Maybe it should be.
No, I think you're right. I mean, I have the grades from the other weeks as well. So you're about where we have been historically with this. So maybe I'm being too harsh. I don't know. I wasn't that big of a fan. I do love Bridie Stun's personality. Her confessionals are almost always like very funny.
Yeah, I mean, and that's the thing. The grading is always gonna be subjective. There's no malice or anything like that meant with it. So
yep.
But okay, let's move on to Calypso.
Yeah, Calypso. Let's see what notes I have.
Okay, so with Calypso, again, it's very hard to know what it is based on what was already purchased versus what was brought. But Calypso had about $350. So if I'm looking at this $350 in an arts and crafts store, something that I'm very familiar with, I'm curious how she was able to see through the. Ooh. I need to stop doing this. Zoom out. Zoom out.
That's fine. Keep going.
Zoom out. Okay. It's because I talk so much with my hands. So, like, it's just impossible. You can't ask it. Zoom out. I don't know. Really, really cool. It kind of gave me some Guillermo del Toro kind of tea. Like, I don't know. Maybe it's because, like, she's like a fairy and, you know, Pan's Labyrinth has a little fairy. So, really cool. If this is like the Tooth Fairy that was visiting me, I would be really happy.
Yeah, it does to me look like a Yu-Gi-Oh archetype. If you play Yu-Gi-Oh, I could see this look on a Yu-Gi-Oh card and being a really, you know, fan favorite, you know, something like that. So since you went first, I'll go first this time. I thought this was a very good look. I think this is one of the best looks of the day. I am going to give it an A. I thought this was a really good look. But I didn't even think about that while watching the episode. What was pre-purchased and what was using things that they saw? I don't know. I mean,
the world will never know.
It's interesting, but nevertheless, this is a very good look. I have it as an A.
Yeah, the only way that I can make my grading for myself make sense is by kind of just taking the amount and saying, like, if I went to an arts and crafts store, does it look like what that's worth? So sorry, Bridie, but for Calypso, it really does read as an A for me as well. Nice. See, Craig, I don't always disagree. I'm not working.
No, dude, we agree most of the time.
And we from the same place.
The Bronx?
the world.
All right now.
Yeah, we do. It's except when we don't.
Right.
So that being said, I also wanted to introduce a new segment because we commented with Craig. There are many moments when Benenito is just unalive during the runway. I think he's asleep here because he's waiting for the Tooth Fairy. But that being said, I'm going to count this as a time that Benenito has been unalive because the times they make him just be laying down and like that, like versus the other ones, it's quite astounding. So this is gonna start our countdown for the night. This is the first time.
This is the first time. All right, awesome. Next up, we have Kaus. Here we have Kaus and a devil, and then this is kind of where my concern with the theming of it was, whereas like this is where the theming was a little tough because it's how do you compare a devil to a Yu-Gi-Oh archetype villain versus whatever the hell Brighty Stun was doing. Like it's a little bit hard to do that, but where were you on this look?
So you're saying Brighty Stun wouldn't be a Yu-Gi-Oh card you would play?
Oh, interesting. Maybe I could see it as like a fire type kind of a burn deck or something, but it would not be a good card.
I mean, she could be like a dark magician girl of some sort,
Sure.
with like flowers. But okay, but I get it. Benenito's unalive here too, so number 2. Very sad, but again, it is really hard. I saw her grab a bunch of backpacks. Do we know if she used them?
I don't know. Now that you're saying it, dude, I wish they would have shown it. It's so clear, like when they do these types of challenges, like on Project Runway or even RuPaul's Drag Race, it's very clear that they're using the things here. And now I'm thinking that they didn't use it almost hardly at all.
I think they were just not that clear. Like you have to use everything, and it's like very minimal. That's why I said give them a bodysuit. They can tailor it however they want to, but that's it. Everything else has to come from the materials because I'm certain she did not make those boots. If she did, Kaus, I'm very sorry because they look really professionally made. I don't want to start rumors.
The rumors and nastiness about her?
For a look of $260, I mean, it looks expensive, but it looks good. I'm going off of it looks good. It looks like I would pay $260 for this look for sure.
Interesting.
And I would wear it.
That's kind of an interesting way of looking at it. Like, would I pay $260 for this type of look? I wouldn't. I think I would be getting, an average amount of value for my, bang for my buck. Just kind of a devil look with not really an interesting, in my opinion, point of view or anything like that. So for me, it was a C. A lot of variation here between me and you with Kaus. And let's move on to the next one. Detox. Now, Detox was featured pretty prominently in this episode in maybe not the best way. She was very messy and getting in a lot of fights and talking a lot of shit and getting really cliquey and all kinds of stuff. In the chat, in the live chat of the episode while it premiered, very divisive character. People either love or hated her. Anytime she was on screen, anytime she was talking, it was met with a ton of she's the best, or she's the worst, or she's boring, or she's amazing. Really divisive. I don't know where I am in terms of that. I think I don't really have an opinion quite yet. She does seem a little mean, but not mean to the point where I'm like,
yeah, she is very divisive. I always do, and I will always give flowers. I'm really like just feeling like giving flowers today. Like
sure.
As much as I give you such a hard time, but I was telling my partner, your brother, like you are very thorough. A lot of your commentary 100% is aligned with what I also agree with. Like it's hard for me to form an opinion because I do love a good villain myself, but I did have $480, and following my own thought process and kind of seeing what she had, I don't know. You know what? Let me give her a D menos, so a D minus, because not liking for $480, those flowers did not cost. Not even her pre-purchased outfit cost $480. Like
that's interesting.
She pocketed, and the thing that kind of like drives me crazy is that she made it seem like she was going to take all these items and like she was gonna sneak some under her shirt. I know it was like a comedic moment, but I'm like, okay, so if you're gonna do this, then you have this like elaborate plan, but all you did was went to the corner where they have like the fake floral stuff, I'm assuming Fantasia Miguel is very much like a Joanne Fabrics. Let us know in the comments if it is or how it's different. I've never been to a Fantasia Miguel, but like fake floral area, and then she called it a day and put it over, and no thought, in my opinion, sorry Detox Alanis, was put into this look. And for me, she's really regressed because I actually really liked her, but you could actually see, thank you Craig, again, one of Craig's many great skills is like creating this tracking thing, because now I can actually visually see my score. You can see how she actually does regress.
It's interesting that yes, you are regressing her, and whereas my analysis of the data, I'm giving her a B. I thought the look was, you know, pretty good, and I think she did. It's clear she at least incorporated the stuff that she bought from the store, which I think is that's good. It's clear. Okay, I remember her buying those flowers, and now I'm seeing the flowers on her outfit. Great. My takeaway from the data is there's high variance between you and me. We're sometimes I'm scoring her. Am I scoring her lower consistently? No, not even that. So it's just we're never on the same page. So
except on week 2.
Just as she is divisive on the show in terms of her personality with the fans, so too is her look may be divisive, and it's hard to know, like, well, it's for me but not for you, and it's for you but not for me. It's interesting the way she is.
But Craig, you know, I love me a villain, and then being that I'm gay, like it I'm gay like Pink. I do live for a good villain, but I think if you're gonna be a villain, then you have to commit. And so I think I need her to, I know her thing is like she has, and I have like a necklace, but I'm not gonna like bust it out right now, but oh, she's pulling out the toxic, let's be messy. But I'm like, let's be really, really messy. Like commit to the art and you will gain me as a fan. I know this is where Craig and I really kind of differ. I love me a villain. I think it's because villains tend to be the most dynamic people in shows, and whether you like them or not, you will remember them. I mean, if you are gonna be toxic and you know your brand is detox, I need to see that, because the thing is, she can dish it, but she can't take it. So last week, what did we see? Tears, like everywhere, because she felt attacked, and rightfully so. But you cannot be that person that in one breath you're being venomous, and then in the other, the judges are reading you to filth, and then you start crying. So it's like, which is it, girl? Because it has to be stick to one or the other. So if you're gonna be villain, I always said if I end up on a show and stuff like that, I will happily be your guys' villain. Like, no problem whatsoever.
You need a new villain? Here I am.
She needs to revisit whatever she was doing in the first week, unless she just, you know, got a copy of like, you know, when to, what the challenges were. Like, if they got them in order, does anybody know if they get them in order? Because it seems like she put them, for me, the most work in on the first weeks, and then she said, screw it, I've been on enough episodes, so I don't need to do as much.
That's a really interesting question. I bet you, yeah, like when they get the list, like they're like, all right, have a this look, have a that look, have a, you know, a dulce look, have a this, like,
yeah, they know it ahead of time.
Week 1 will be this, week 2 will be that. I would love to know if they knew in order, because yeah, maybe the strategy would be put so much effort into weeks 1 and 2. Who cares about the middle weeks, and then finish strong? That to me would be the best strategy. I'm excited to see where Detox goes throughout the rest of the season, especially with the fan base. Seems
and you know what? She's got us talking, so there's something there.
There's something there, and I'm excited to hear more about Detox.
Craig, can I clock you for just something really quick though?
Sure.
Okay, so you gave her a pretty good grade because you could see what she purchased, but Bridie, she purchased things, they just didn't look good. But I'm just saying, like, yeah.
I mean, that's fair. I don't know. I think Bridie's thing was so not the best.
It didn't look good. I agree.
What do you think of Moon's look?
Okay, so once again, just using the money. Show me the money, right? That's a sports reference or a movie about sports. Jerry Maguire. Yeah, thank you. Right. About a sports agent. Anyway, so Moon, like the money aligns with her look. She, since the audition, I think she would be really well fitted for Dragula, because her aesthetic is really alternative looking drag, and this really gives Dragula vibes. But I mean, she's fitting pretty good in La Más Draga, and in this particular challenge, I think she did pretty good. Again, don't know what she bought, like if she just bought that flower or those flowers, and I think she was one of those queens that was up front, that she pocketed whatever remained and she kind of lent some of her friends money. So not all of it was worth 150. But if I'm buying this outfit, makeup included, it looks like it's valued at what it's worth, and I'm gonna give her an A-. I liked it.
Wow, we're kind of on opposite ends this week for some reason. I have this as a C, kind of using the same, like, okay, it's a spooky monster creature that's kind of bald. Like, that's kind of Moon's thing, and it's good to have an aesthetic, and it's good to have a clear, like, point of view and stuff, but maybe for whatever reason, this point of view just isn't really jiving with me.
But Craig, you like Dragula, and her look is very Dragula.
That's a fair criticism. I don't know. I mean, C's a fine score. It's just I do like the blood coming out too. I guess that's kind of cool.
What about the part where she cries?
That part is fine. I don't know. It's not giving me. It's not exciting me. It's not pissing me off. To me, that's what a C is.
You know what's pissing me off? Not you, by the way. Actually, I know you were gonna think you and stuff like that, but no, what's pissing me off is I went as far as I'm gonna go in my education. I will stop at wherever I am. I don't really want to dox myself, but I guess if I ever went for that final thing, but like, why would I? I'm already indebted for life and whatnot, so someone needs to put me in the garra so I can get my money for my student loans. But that being said, I'm tying it to the show. Trust me, I'm going there. I missed the opportunity of getting inspired by this runway where I just, at the very end, when they call my name in graduation, I just go like this to everybody. Pick up my diploma.
None of you guys believed in me.
And then on the side, Benito's just laying down on the floor next to me.
All right. Well, speaking of, not Venenito Toxico, we have a very special look that's about to happen where a kiss happens, and
I think that was so.
That leg, why does that right leg come up? That's the thing that when I watch this, I'm like, what is going on?
Because he's such a good actor. He's such a. His third leg also stood up too.
Yes, to the point where during the opening scene when the three drag altar boys are talking, my wife is like, "Whoa, what in the hell?" Like the talent, if you will, of Toxico really was shining to my wife, who gave an audible gasp. Yeah, let me see.
There's a lot of really interesting things happening here.
Yeah, if you see it right about here.
Yeah. Oh yeah, there's definitely a lot going on there.
There's something going on here.
I definitely think he could be an actor.
A certain actor, I will definitely give you that for sure. Do you have anything to say about Tulsa?
My monocle? Oh, Tulsa. Okay, so Tulsa, once again, I have kind of put her a little bit on notice because I know her thing is monochromatic, and I keep saying this week after week, but I do think that this runway, it kind of gave me a little Detox Alanis, where I can see that she bought a little bit of like the florals that are the plastic florals, but I don't know if she won me over entirely with this look, especially $200 worth. Listen, if I were on a show like this too, and I was given money, I would spend $15 on plastic flowers. And then if you or Fantasia San Miguel or anything like Michael's or Joanne's, I would use that 40% coupon and then ensure that I spend a lot less, because there was no rules about coupons. Like, I can't judge her for if that's what she did, or at least that's what it looks like she did, that she bought stuff and then, she's like, oh, I'll just, keep the rest of the money. I mean, I again, here I am creating another rumor. Maybe that's not what she did, but to me, that's what it looks like she did. I wasn't that big of a fan, and I'm starting to get tired of the monochromatic. I think she's a pretty polished queen, but maybe the aesthetic is just not for me because I'm just not really getting it. So therefore, I'm going to give her a C+.
C+. Okay. And I have this as a D. Let me read my notes real quick about why. Yeah, it's just, I mean, that's kind of the you live by the monochromatic, die by the monochromatic. And, one of the fears is it's maybe a little bit boring. So especially with white, and I do like the pop of green, but does the pop of green really work in a wedding dress? Maybe, but it can come off really boring. And to me, this was pretty boring. So yeah, that's a D for me. Let's move on to the next. We have Candela with $400 US. What do you think about this look?
Well, first, if it looks like I'm swatting flies, I am not. I'm trying to get my camera to cooperate with me because I put my little background curtain thing really sloppy so you can see it. It's $400 and the look is good. The fire really was a great addition to it. There's a lot of demons going on this episode, like a lot of black and red. I think your wife actually, shout out to her for like the millionth time. She pointed out something that I also agree with, which is just because there's no specific theme. I think it works in the sense that they all have their own aesthetic, but it just seems like some of them have similar. And I think maybe they should have tried to deviate a little bit, or maybe put a little bit more in terms of what the materials that they had to use or something like that. I can't tell what she bought, but it looks expensive.
No, and in fact, you brought this up while we were watching the episode. It was, I think that, well, maybe it wasn't her that said this, but someone was buying something. It's like, oh, I'm going to buy this for my house, and the lanterns. Like, I think we remember her buying the lanterns for the challenge. So it's another example of, hey, I remember when that was bought, kind of a thing.
It was Rikura. Yeah, she was just buying whatever she wanted.
Yeah, just for her home.
Yeah, I mean, again, I can't blame her. Can't hate the game when I would do the same thing.
Sure.
I think Candela Yeye did a great job. So I will give her an A-.
A-. Okay, and I also have this as pretty high. I have this as a, where are you at? Yeah, B. I have this as a B. I thought the fire gimmick it made me nervous throughout her thing. I thought it was gonna catch her on fire or something like that. But I think it did pay off in a good way where, there's been a lot of demons on this episode, but she's doing something with a unique and interesting point of view, which is the fire. So I think this is an example of elevating a kind of a look or something like that. Yeah, so I think it's good overall. Yeah, maybe she's improving through time.
I agree. I actually have to commend her for that, because I think I had been expressing my frustration, and she shut me up. And that's what I like. I like being gagged, and I got gagged.
I want to gag. I want to choke. I want you.
So
yep, for sure. And now let's go to Nyla Downs, who had 110 American simoleons. What did you think of this Little Mermaid look?
So this is where you really see what was bought and what wasn't bought, or at least with her. And it's unfortunate because I really, really like her. I feel she's very talented. She had very consistent weeks, but again, the higher you go, there's only one place to go but down. So like her name, Nyla Downs. That being said, that same structure around her dress that spins, it's cool, but I don't think she should have done it for a while. Like, I'm no one to be giving advice, but say I had that really cool structure, I maybe would have used it once and then tucked it away until like maybe the finale. But she was really excited to use it again. It made the fish look cool, but I mean, week after week we're seeing her come out in this, and that's kind of why I'm going to justify why I'm grading her what I'm grading her, because her look looks polished. I have no doubts that she painted a lot of what she has on, and I like it in general. But if this was like her first look that didn't use the same structure, so we know she didn't buy that structure from Michaels. If I'm wrong, Nyla, I am sorry, but it looks identical to the same thing she has had around her waist when she's done other looks, like the paletas de Chile. So sadly for me, she is gonna get a C just for the repetitiveness. It's not because it looks cheap, it's just, it's time to see something different. I know she can give it because she was really consistently in the top. My hope is that this was just a bad week for her. She did have a red seal. It's kind of looking a little bit rough for her from my end, especially with how strong she started.
Okay, I'm giving a B. I did think the look was good. But I do see what you're saying about the gimmick or the repetitiveness of the look. And I think this is, week 4. So I think we're getting to the point where we have an idea of what these people look like. We have an idea of what their looks look like. And now it's to the point of, is this all you can do? Or can you pivot? Or is whatever you do something that I enjoy? Like we're gonna get into it with the loser of the episode, but it's hard to say this is the thing I do and here it is every week after week. And maybe this is part of her gimmick, is the, spinning little, dress thing. And it is cool, but is it something I want to see every week? I don't know. I thought it was still good. But I think your criticism is it's a fair criticism for sure.
Thank you.
Let's talk about the winner of the episode, Excel DeVille, in a very unique, kind of samurai-like outfit. Very colorful. I love this type of blue. It's a very deep, dark blue. Really cool look. I love the way she was acting throughout. The headpiece was amazing. It wasn't exactly symmetrical, but it's a very great look. Kind of looked like a if Sub-Zero was doing drag or something like that. What do you think of this look?
Excel DeVille, she was our winner of our show because, again, even though we really do appreciate all the looks that they give us, I think she's been very consistent with us. And once we see like the grades, we will see that, it just proves that she has been very consistently in the top. So we called it last week. Maybe we should become psychics because we called it, folks. We said, hey, her win on a challenge is inevitable. And here we are. So let us know what other predictions you want us to make. But no, I mean, it was quite clear, her winning streak, or she consistently places in the top. So it was just a matter of time. But the win was definitely very well earned, and she looks amazing. It gave me very, I know you said samurai, but also Mayan, Aztec vibes. And she did really good. The makeup was impeccable. Again, it's really hard to know what she bought from the stores. I mean, I don't care. It looks great. It looks like it was worth what she invested into it and then some. I sound like a hypocrite for calling out Tulsa, but I think Axele is one of those people that actually does it very successfully. Even though she has a very particular style of makeup, she's changed colors to adapt to whatever her wardrobe is. So I don't know, it doesn't land as monotonous as for Axele. It's gonna be an A. I mean, it was really, really good. I think if she continues, she's gonna be in the top 4. I think it's sometimes top 3, but it's just, she's on another level. She was really comfortable since the beginning of the episode. She said most of the things that she brought anyway as looks were things that she's made. She's really used to working on a budget, and none of it looks like it's on a budget. So, I mean, she's really good, and I'm so happy that hopefully you got your tip or the Narita from us.
Yeah. And she would get it again this week, but for extenuating circumstances, we will be giving it to somebody else. So stay tuned. But it's a great look. I expect really great things, and also a great personality. So much fun in the confessionals. Big fun. This is what La Mas Draga is all about, is Excel DeVille. So I'm really excited to see what more she has moving forward. Let's go to our bottom 3 looks of the day. Here are the 3. Do you agree with the 3, first of all, before we move on to the ultimate loser?
No, but I think I had already kind of shared that I thought, no shade to Bridie Stan, but I would have maybe traded her with Greta. And even Connie, I did agree with Rikura being in the bottom because, wow, she looks beautiful. And even though she looks really stunning in her drag, I think we've seen a lot of the same, and a lot of it is not as polished as the other Feminosas. So I probably would have chosen Rikura and Bridie alone as 2, because at least Connie brought something, and Greta, I didn't really see necessarily the fault in it, but we can go ahead and discuss.
Yeah,
what about you?
My bottom 3, according to the scores, were Tulsa, Bridie Stone, and I would have probably said Connie Cortez just as the breadth of work up to this point.
Rikura is, to me, just also not that consistent, and at least Connie has changed it up, and I feel that Rikura has not really shown, apart from her Paleta Payaso. I did enjoy that.
Right, so let's get into it. Let's start with Connie Cortez, who had $40 going into this episode, pretty much nothing. The guitar that she's using is pretty bad. And a pretty forgettable look, a punk rock kind of devil thing. What did you think of this?
I don't hate it, actually. I think it was pretty good. I really thought that there was a lot of black and red, and it sucks to choose that color scheme when fellow competitors have done it as well. So it kind of already means that you're going to have that as a comparison. And so I didn't hate it so much. I'm gonna go ahead and say that I think, you know, she'll get like a solid C+ from me. I think there's something there. I don't think she's bad. I think that she should have maybe, during the boudoir, what other color palettes? I think it was Moon and Candela Yeye, and kind of switched it up, you know, do something different and set her apart. I think had this look been like black and blue, green and blue,
Sure.
I would have graded her higher, but it's just for $40, not bad, but I don't know what she bought. She may have just bought that little guitar thing with the $40.
Right. Yeah, I have it as a C. I think Connie Cortez's time on the show is not long. I don't know what the upside for what she is presenting would be. I think you have been on note of saying that she's been on notice, and even according to the data that is presented, she is hovering or trending around, you know, a lowish score for you.
Craig, you gave Fs today, just as a reminder. So.
I did, but see, and then I mean, this is where we'll get. I'll save it for the end for my ultimate gripe for the episode. But
okay, because yeah, we haven't started with your gripes at all today.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to keep them down. I'm trying to stay positive. Let's go to Rick.
What's this positivity thing, Craig?
You know, this world is crazy, man. No, whatever.
It's just gonna go into tears. Whoever hurt you, I'm sorry. For you, not them. Next, what's it called? I just wanted to say sorry, Connie Cortez's dad. You're still on the train though. Don't worry. Ticket to ride.
Sure. Okay. That's really good, actually. All right. Ricura Santana is our also a runner-up finalist loser for the episode. I will say, I think when she put up the dress, it looked pretty good. But when it was down, it didn't look great. She does have a very good face. I think she does look great, but the dress is not it. I do like the green. The green underwear does not quite match the dress, which is kind of lame. What do I have this as? Yeah, I have this as a C.
Yeah, see, she's more C. She is more consistently not, you know, exceeding, except I guess on week 2 for you. I like her personality in confessionals. She was a riot during the Fantasia Miguel. However, I felt the look was, I in her case, I could see what she bought. Like, it really feels like when you like spill something and all things kind of just like stick to it, like rocks and stuff like that. And I feel like that's what she did with her look. Like, just everything kind of just stuck to the cake thing. It didn't look bad when she put it up, but then when you look closer, it was like, oh, she just like found the leaves of like the palms and just glued them on. So she's not wrong for doing that, but I don't know. Craig is counting Connie's time probably because he has a personal vendetta against Connie. No, I'm just kidding.
What the hell?
But I think Ricura might be out pretty soon. I would say before Connie.
So I would agree. The problem is that I think Ricura Santana's Dance for Their Life or whatever it's called in the show, she is the top tier, I think, performer. So it's going to be really tough to get her out. She'll always be on the bottom, but it's going to be hard to get her to get knocked out.
I will give her a C. She tried that little kind of peacock thing that she did. I hope she bought the back part of it, because then that might like shift me more to the C+. But if she didn't and she used her money just for the things she stuck on it, then it might even get a C- from me. But I'll keep her at a C just to be safe.
Okay. All right, let's get to our ultimate person who loses this week. It is Greta Grimm, who had $200 US in a ball with a large, like a sunflower seed or something, oversized bag, a mousy look and a pink look. I think this was a huge mistake on the judges' part. And so the example that I want to bring up, what do I have this as? I have this as an A. I thought this look was pretty good. It is on brand for her. You know what it is. I mean, I don't know what the gripe could have been. I mean, it's like a hamster in a ball. I mean, that's awesome. Oftentimes in sports, and the World Series starts tonight, Friday. So, just to put a time. What did you say?
Yay.
Yeah, yay. Because who's playing? What two teams are playing?
Two sports teams.
Yeah, which ones?
Dodgers.
Dodgers, good. And the Toronto Blue Jays. Come on, it's the Milwaukee Brewers. But sometimes in the playoffs or even in normal games, the judges are the referees, is in my kind of example that I'm about to give right now. And sometimes the referees and the judges make bad plays, and there needs to be some sort of, we got to call in, or, we got to call New York and see if the call stands or is confirmed or is reversed or anything like that. I think this is a huge error from the judges here. They made a clear mistake. I mean, at least from our grades that we've been giving, this person should not be going home on week 4. It makes no sense. I think there needs to be an independent counsel that happens during these reviews where there's a flag on the play, and then the coaches can be like, hey, I want to take this to the booth. There should be maybe like a fan vote or something. But this was preposterous that she left. I will say she maybe isn't the best performer, so I guess maybe once she gets down into the losers dance off, maybe she will lose there, but not for the looks. I mean, this is ridiculous. Are you as outraged as me, or am I off on something else?
I was just waiting for you to finish your sports analogy. I am very upset by it. I am still processing it, and yes, I processed it because I had to think about it. I think that's one of the benefits of not just jumping on the let's go out and be very outraged about it like after it comes out. And I know a lot of the community is also very outraged. My thing is, why would you put a feminosa that is, and I was telling Craig, like, she does drag differently, and you put judges that don't always appreciate it. Like, if you weren't gonna evaluate her for the type of work that she brings, because I think that's one thing we've said, and you can watch our videos, we both kind of tend to fall in the same place with her. She has a very creative way about using a challenge and using her lens through it, but it just seemed like it wasn't landing with the judges. Even with this look that I don't want to say is her best look thus far, because she's had so many good ones, but I'm like, I think it's still worthy of falling in the A range. Because it's really, really, really good. And I don't know. I'm just very sad that she went out like this. I wouldn't even argue against the performing. She did the splits. I mean, did the prosthetic kind of get in the way of maybe her lip syncing as good? Probably a little bit, but I'm like, but she still did a really damn good job.
What grade are you giving?
Oh, I gave her an A.
I just think this was a big mistake. I don't even think this was the winner of the week. I think clearly the winner of the week was Excel Phil. That was, to me, the best look of the week.
Sure,
but
I agree with that.
So, condolences to Greta Grimm.
Not fair. We are outraged, and we are joining everybody else that is.
It's very unfortunate. Here are the scores for the week that they gave.
The only thing we wanted to do is we made this as appreciation to the show. We share this passion, just like we share passion for other shows and all of that. But we would love to tip them all, because that's, they're all providing their art and their work and stuff. But we like to kind of just go off the fact that we want to always agree on one. As you guys can see, we do agree on quite a few things. And this week we wanted to make kind of an exception because usually the winner sometimes we'll agree with. I almost would have given it again to Axel had the person that we're going to choose not get eliminated. I think it's, once again, unfair to not give her flowers, but this week we both agree with Craig that Greta Green is going to be the Feminosa that we are going to PayPal or Venmo. She really deserves it. She's given us content week after week. It's a shame that we're not going to have. We already spoke to that piece, but considering we're not going to have her on next week's episode, she's the perfect one to give it to. Sorry, Axele, you would have been given the tip had they not eliminated Greta Green. This isn't fair. I hope we get to see some more of her. The ones that get eliminated often go on to do some really big things. So in like the light of Alexis Mugler, I hope Greta Green is able to accomplish that. Do you have anything else to add, Craig?
No, she was robbed, and I think she'll definitely be on an all-star season, I would imagine. So
Greta Green
for sure. Yeah.
Okay. Greta Green, enjoy the small little tip as a token of her appreciation. We're sorry you got eliminated, and we will see everyone else next week. Again, if you're watching us, give us a like, please subscribe. If you have any comments for us, please let us know. We are also on Twitch under Brokeback Madness. We actually initially began our project rating music videos. That's still going on, although right now we are more focused on the La Más Draga reviews. If you are interested, please give us a follow. Give us a follow on YouTube. Thank you so much for watching us up to this point, if you watched us entirely, and we will see you next week.
Yep. Thanks, y'all.
All right, bye.